Administering aid. Refilling magazines. Contact imminent. Lockdown sector.
A lift station lies just ahead, Meridian. Considering the Trigon's presence is incidental to our objective, utilize the lift to reroute closer to Metrian's keep.
Understood, Magos. The lift is within our sights.
I have summoned the transport lift at the request of Magos Gap. Remain patient. Transport lift inbound.
Perplexing. I have transmitted no authorizations.
Location security indefensible. Reposition frequently to compensate.
Transport lift status incomprehensible. Begins, ceases. Begins, ceases.
Wait out the lift while rotating position.
Zealo's countermeasures successful. Advance to the lift. To position. We are committed to this cause.
Metrian welcomes you to Longinus Gamma Bio Research Facility. Please do not disturb the lift. It would be a waste. I have no music to play while you descend. Use the silence to contemplate your futile, brutal existence in service to a desiccated cause.
Magos Gallium, can you analyze this servo skull?
Meridian, the servo skull is enslaved to an unknown master. I am...
Irritant signal silenced. Continue to discuss your fate amongst yourselves. It changes nothing.
Place your faith in Magos Gallium, brothers.
A suggestion: abandon Gallio's misguided vendetta against the Magos biologists. Do you know what Gallio and Metrian achieved together in the past? Ask about Project Zeta 6, if you ever speak to him again.
That Trigon is a greater threat than a malfunctioning servo skull.
Fuel confirmed. Major terrorist. Critical observation. Servo skull is compromised. Maintain focus on the mission. Mission update. Trigon has breached Longinus Gamma.
We will get our chance at it, brothers.
I was worried you had fallen victim to Metrian's mastery of malphonic disruptive devices, but now the uncomfortable sensation associated with relief is my main skill. Be warned, Meridian. Metrian cannot hope to stand against you alone, so she arrived and stormed in hope the Zero swarm will devour you. Case in point, she has enslaved that servo skull as a crude mouthpiece, but give her word zero credibility for the mission's sake. And your own?
Viridian will remain uncompromised, Magos. Advancing. Trident.
Borrower incoming! The facility will be infested in moments.
Sturgis, the facility is well stocked in mining gear. Requisition melter charges to eradicate the tunnels and halt the infestation.
Procure melter charges and affix them to the Tyranid burrows.
Charge detonated. Tyranids destroyed. Swapping magazine.
Level Xenos. Pacified. Intercepting projectiles.
Releasing fragments.
Heavy melter bomb.
Hive tunnel destroyed.
I have a melter charge.
Melter charges released. Protective eye in order.
Annihilate Tyranid rally points.
When you die, I will dutifully record your howls and agony for future intimidation.
Utilize melter tactics to negate Xenos presence. Melter charge deployment approved. Utilize melter tactics to negate Xenos presence. Tactic ready.
Purify this. It's time with the melter charges. Charge the melter charges. Then mold it. The thermal power of the Imperium will halt this infestation.
Xenos rally point eliminated.
Keep scanning for signs of the trap.
Strategic point marked. Ready for next engagement.
Inside the facility, you'll find Mitri cowering in the data
Where your
engine.
corpses shall soon rot.
Gallia, old friend of mine. If you missed our binaric discourses, you could have sent communication. I observe you still pathetically cling to thews of soft tissue. Remember, meat lacks efficiency, whereas metallic alloys stave off corrosion and degradation for far longer.
How far you have fallen, ignorer, that I must drag you back into the light.
Megos Gallia, I hear no weapons from each other.
tyranny eliminated.
Iron Hail ready. Specialized bioweapon neutralized. Secure primary. Xenos countermeasures.
Behold the truth of my faults. I am but a humble brain, patched into a mining facility, and nothing more. What reason exists to pull me from recording biomass coalescence data firsthand? I pose no threat to Galio or the Imperium, even if I should fall.
Disconnect her synaptic tethers from the facility command terminals. Stand firm. I expect her to route Xenos to assault your locus.
Dig in and defend!
Kill confirmed. Major tyranny. Xenos countermeasures successful. Obtaining armaments.
Fresh magazine in.
Commencing signal disruption. Stop target from calling up fresh reserves.
We have terminated this console's uplink. Lock down the next console.
Ammunition restocked.
Where is that power cell?
I beseech you, Galio, bear witness to the summation of our divine arithmetic from long ago. Remember Project Zeta 6?
As my theorems predicted, your life vector has converged with renegade fatness, and Zeta 6 was a waste of computational resources and one perfectly good Grox. Surrender now, and perhaps leniency can be granted. After the might grows, of course.
You are a redundant functionary. Your Astarte shall die here, alone, in the dark.
Refilling magazines. Obtaining armaments. Located power cell.
We must take the power cell to the generator.
Advance to position. Reduce alien bioform presence to 0. Engaging elite countermeasures.
One does not forestall justice, Ted Priest.
Futile, impotent waste of gene seed. You trifle with the only hope against the hive mind the Imperium has left.
Ammunition restocked. Elite level 0. Iron Hand online. Tyranid swarm free. Refilling magazines. Q confirmed. Agency exposed. Incapacitated. Commencing signal disruption.
Must retreat to
The console zone is empty. This console is on fire.
Return to Metrian's containment unit. See, Metrian, the more you thrash, the deeper you set our hooks. These tender thoughts of Astartes flesh have accomplished nothing, Gallia. My imagination is already achieving my designs. You are fools, peasants. Silence, Metrian. Meridian, confirm possession of her quivering mass of computational gray matter.
Asset acquired.
Pilot, Meridian is ready for evacuation. Sending updated extraction coordinates to you now, Meridian.
Strategic point marked. Xenos countermeasure successful. Ready for next encounter.
One last maelstrom we go. Not even this interminable storm dampens our chapter's colors.
Specialized bioform neutralized. I thought it's called forever. Now, purged in bioforms. High priority turret eliminated. Execute Iron Halo tactics. Elite level Xenos. Pacified. Lockdown sector. Enhanced tactic ready. Control objective. Arrived at access point. Obtaining armaments. Additional supplies secured.
Gather to me, brothers.
We are committed to this course.
I cannot land with that borrowing abomination lurking about. Deep scans have penetrated the atmospheric disturbances and Demetrian's meddling code. Trigon vulnerability data pushed to your displays.
Objective updated. Terminate Trigon. Refilling magazines. Taking still. Packing up equipment. Thermal explosive. Ready. Frag grenade deployed. Ammunition restocked. Water applied. Engaging elite counter.
despite the odds.
Inquiry. What was Project Zeta 6?
Ignoel Metrian and the historical dataset she possesses are for Mechanicus eyes only. But rest assured, she is in trustworthy hands now. You have my gratitude for your efforts, and I shall recommend some honorifics for your service, of course. There is much to pass, much to learn, and much to reminisce about.